see where we're at. Okay, there we are. Now where we stopped is over here on the second column, where we're talking about Pesach, Tikkun, Peniniut, Olamot. So I read a little further because this is a difficult little idea. What he brings in the concept of, well, it really sounds a lot like the Yichud of Kadshaus. Because of a Rosh Benar Shalom, he writes, L'chachriya al pi hamavur b'gavanas melech ozer, which is the beginning over there. Shechanukva mekabelas mochin depanim techila v'achar kach zer anpen. So she is the first one to get mochin depanim. The mochin depanim for zer anpen come later, but I'm not sure what he means. V'ele b'mochin de'ach. So let's talk about there are mochin depanim and mochin de'ach. When we're dealing with the mochin de'ach, and the sakin is there anpen techila. So if you're talking about building mochin de'ach, he says first there anpen. Dugmas akavanas me kriya shema ad ba'ava, which is similar to the kriya shema ad ba'ava, where you start in kriya shema. Let's see, kriya shema ad ba'ava. That whole area, he says, it's similar where the mochin, where the acharayim is coming in first, until you get ba'ava, which is where the mochin, the panim come in. So he says, so that's a long way. It's a way from kriya shema all the way through ba'ava. You're dealing with kadnas. Is that the right word? They're dealing with katnas. You're dealing with the zat over there. Let me see. So you still don't have. You're dealing with the acharayim. That's what he says. Let's go back over this again. It's really that the streaming of the mochim on the night of Pesach, and also the first day of Pesach, that is going to the zun, shehem b'bechinas tzad ben, which is the tzad of ben that's coming to on the nikva nukva the zun, a kolonim the shana she'avra, which this is the part that's really hard to understand. He says that which incorporates mochin of yesterday's mochin. These are mochin of panim. They came into the nukva originally. The fi shah for that which temporarily. So in order to, these are the mochin of ima that go directly into the nukva. Now let me just see that if I understand this. I don't understand it that well yet. So he said that tachlis gedulasa the panim. So the purpose is to bring you to that. Kedei the shatikak rishima the kol mochim kedei sheyich lo mitzius lechavanos bifnim al yadu arget or b'panim al yadu kenizker b'chamida the chol. Now let's just read through this whole thing again one more time, just to try to get what he got to. Now we had the situation where we're talking about the tikkun that takes place, the different aspects of, let's say, Zer Anpin, as the mochin are coming into him. Let me see what I was going to say. Let me go on. I've lost what I was going to say. So he said, yeah, going back again. So he said, there I got it now. So in the morning, we're dealing with the Peniniut of Zer Anpin, and in the Peniniut of the Yichud that takes place between Zocher and Nuk. In the afternoon, the Emsoi. And at the nighttime, we consider it to be the Kitzoni. But the trouble is, the Kitzoni is in a different day already. So now you're in a different day. So you're at Marav, according to what we've seen, you have a tikkun that's taking place for the previous day. So let's say Vishav temporarily lahagdila tachlis gedulas, in order to grow her up so that she could the gedulas deponim, which would be of the face side. So in other words, she has enough mochin to be able to show her face. Kadei shetikach or she should be independent. Kadei shetikach rishima the kol hamochin. So this was the purpose of this. Was that she should have a tikkun from all of the mochin, kadei sheyich lo mitzius, so she would have. In other words, she needs this like a little chiddush here. Says that why is this coming into her? Well, it's going to leave her later on, but it's going to leave a Rishima behind. The call the Mochim, of all of the Mochim that came in, is when Tavuna or Bina enters into Malchus. Now she has the potential to be, or the capacity to build us up upon him on their face side, Yado, through this. We had this happening during the Midah D'Chol. Kamosha Sham, over there, La'achar Mikan, Mistalki Mimanu Kol Mochim. So what happens is after this happens, the Mochim leave. V'niknasim b'zer anpen, and they go instead back into zer anpen again. Kaku gam b'muadim. So this is the same thing in the holidays. Now he said the holidays in plural. He didn't say this, so I'm not sure how it happens in all the rest of the holidays. He said Kaku b'muadim. Shalachar alel Pesach, that after Pesach comes, mistalkim kol mochim, all the mochim leave, v'hozach the kana b'zer anpen, considering mat. Okay, so all of that introduce an idea of an extra day. The different kinds of things are hard to understand, but we're going on. So he says, it says like this, Shaladas of RASHASH of the Seder Milel Pesach, V'chag HaShvuos, he l'shem Tikkun Chet Adam Marisha. And where was that het? That het, Shechoy B'neshamos, which is Peniniut, Shehem Peniniut Olamot. So the het. So first of all, that could take, to me, a lot of explanation as to why it's in the Peniniut and not the Chitzonius, but it says it is the Peniniut. What's in the Peniniut of Adam Arisha, the Chet reached there, that point. So what is the Chet at? The Chet is directed at the Mochin, the Ponim Dika Mokim, the Klaus Kol Shana, which is part of the process the whole year. Let's go over to Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah ad Shmini Atzeres. He the Tikkun Chitzonius Olamot. So it's a fact that he's telling us. What he's telling us. is mochin the ach the klaus kol l'shana. So this is the mochin of the acharayim of all the whole year long. That comes in at Yomim Naroyim. V'lechem nizkeres sham hanisira. So therefore, at that place, we focus on the concept of the nisira. So l'fi zeh masha kasav azor the shoras shachapepes the roy yamina v'Rosh Hashanah, and Rosh Hashanah is going to be the draw smola, is going to be the left arm. Ein rak spheres chesed the gevur k'beshutim. So we're talking about these two spheros here. Ela gam pirusha al chitzonius penimius olamos. Where it's talking about. So right and left also means penimi, and it sounds like he's saying that. Ela gam pirusha al chitzonius penimius olamos. So again, nimsa ad kan shepesa v'saknim penimius akolo the zun the klaus ashana. So look at this here. Now, really understanding Peniniut, and Peniniut is the juice, I guess, what you need to have in order to be able to make a yichud. I don't know much more about how this nimsa ad kan shebepes mesak the Peniniut akol the zon the klaus hashana. So there's an aspect. The yamin v'dizmanim the shita achas. This is according to the Torah's Chacham. It refers to a tikkun that's taking place in the days and also in the periods, like Pesach is a holiday, or the different periods of the year, or of the Shemitah cycle. Oh, the parts of Azmanim l'shitas acheres. So according to the Shemin Sason, it's only parts of the Zmanim. So this whole tikkun continues on during all of this period of time. He says, that's when the Nesiva ultimately takes place in Shavuos. Where it says it's the Shavuos is really taking place in Tiferes. So that's what he means. He says that Shavuos is really dealing with the middle line. Shehu bebechinas a ziva the klalus Hashanah, which is the aspect of the ziva for the whole year. Now, exactly what that means, all of this, I don't know yet. So we'll just keep going on and trying to find a little bit more time. If a Pesach, a Tikkun zun d'shana shniya. So in the Pesach, so here we go to that idea. This is like the same idea like Kadshaos. And I was thinking that if we just wanted to realize how time is really flexible, is that we're just going through daylight savings here. I mean, is it actually the time now, what it says is 6:27? Is it 6:27 or is it 5:27? Could it be another different time sequencing? That's all arbitrary in a lot of ways. So now he says, Zun deshanach shniya, b'chagdamas ha'ma'avir. That's in the Nar Shalom, and that the ha'ma'avir she'ena me'enai, that place. Hikshach of RASHASH stir b'bein shtei derushim. So the RASHASH has two different explanations that are stiros. Hilipamim kosev Rav Zal. Sometimes the Rav writes Shabbalayl of Shabbalayla mistalkim amochim is their anpin diyom sha'avar. He says that the mochin from yesterday leave v'neknasiv v'nukva gedei l'nosra in order to be able to remove her. L'pamim kosev, but sometimes it says Shabbalayla mistalkim amochim is their anpin diyom sha'avar. So sometimes it says it like this. The mochin of Zer Anpin that had to do with yesterday, Zer Anpin the Yom Sha'avar v'Yordin b'Olamot Bria Yitzir and Asiya. So that's what happens at nighttime. That's another way of looking at it. So I'm not sure what we're getting at yet. Okay, we have like let's a little bit more time. Let's see this one paragraph. Of a yeshiv stir v'zocha v'hever b'shecha b'masha kasa b'etz chayim b'mabash arim. Od oven shlishi v'hushi asher l'birurim the histaking b'pam achas. They have to go back and forth. M'kol elech hashmuos yacha d'gir RASHASH l'maskana the maskana to this conclusion shachatikun nimshach shloshach yomim. So the actual tikkun. Now we're going back to Kadshaos again. Actually takes place over the course of 3 days. Ki b'yom harishon isaknim zun dachatzila b'bechinas ha'ach. V'lo d'sheni na'as nesira. So then you're dealing with the nesira. They're in a position of ach, and the milk is built up, and then she's removed. V'yom hasheni nisaken bechinas upon him, and then you had the bechinas upon him. V'leil shlishi. So now you're now at the beginning of the 3rd day, the night of the 3rd day. Mistalking the mochem izon the tzilus. So now this is where actually the yichud is going to take place. Mistalkim hamochem mezon dachatzilus, v'yarda b'bria yitzira sia the sayeya b'chaliyas habirucha b'chadashim. And why does the nukva go down? Let's say at that time he says, why do they go down? In order to be help in bringing up the berurim. V'yom hashlishi olam the makom b'tzilus, and then the 3rd day they go up to their place in the tzilus. And then the big time ziva takes place on the 3rd day at that time. Now, that's talking about the concept of, like we know from Kadshaos, but here it is again. So, at any rate, that's it for today. Have a wonderful Shabbos. All the best.